Alright, so recently I designed a web portal as a part of design assignment for clanx. So this web portal is about how a user can get quotes for air and ocean freight rides. So for designing this web portal, I followed my own design process and also used my design OS to get this done faster and reliable. This video is all about that, showing my process, the design details, and the screens that have been designed. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting with my design process. My design process consists of 5 stages, starting from strategy and ending at surface. Strategy is where I define the user needs and track their user journey and align it with the product goals. This will give me a persona and empathy map. In general, the strategy consists of knowing who you are designing for and why you are designing. After this step, I move on to scope. Scope consists of understanding the features and giving them priority. At the end of the scope, you will get to understand what to design and what solution does. Next is the structure. Structure will define the navigation design and the information that needs to go into the application. Then next we have skeleton. In the skeleton stage, we will be drawing out the wireframes and doing some prototype to understand the flow and the designs that we are making are coming good or not. And at the end, we make the UI, which is surface, which will be seen by the end user. So this is my design process. Let's break down this design process for our assignment. So from the clanx, I got some information like what to design and what are the product goals. Using that information, I used ChatGPT and my colleagues to define the target audience and other important stuff. After analyzing, we got to know that the target audience could be very diverse, starting from small or medium-sized enterprises and end could be the individuals. So as of goal, to design the first iteration, I took the individuals as our target audience. After understanding the target audience, I have characterized them to know better like what they expect from the platform and what type of characteristics they could have. Getting that to understand, I got that they could be tech savvy, they would love to have the price lowest as possible, time sensitive and service oriented. As a designer, I need to keep these 4 points into my mind while designing the application because these will drive the features and what to design further. Moving on, once I got the user needs and the persona, I merged them both and try to understand what type of things that a user will require in the assignment, what type of the features that a user will like to have in the application. Starting with, they would require intuitive navigation, they would like to have shipment details, origin and destination information. Optional services could be insurance, toggle to activate or deactivate without having any dark design patterns, quotation calculation, it should be instant, there should be a detailed breakdown, and there could be an option to compare between different service providers. So these are the user needs. Combining these two information, I will get the product goals. Like what should be the product goal to satisfy the end user. That could be user-friendly experience, accurate and competitive quotes, comprehensive service offerings, efficient and responsive performance, and integration capabilities. Integration capabilities are something that are towards the business, but to the end user, that doesn't matter much. But in this design, I covered that also. So these 3 will combine and give us the strategy. Next, scoping out the features. So I listed down what could be the features and what could be the core feature, and then what could be the advanced feature. As you can see here, in the integration with carriers is an advanced feature, which is not required if you're developing this as a MVP. Next, after mapping out all the features, I derived the core features that must be in the application. So these are the features that are must to have into the application design. Moving on, we have information architecture, drawing out whatever the details that we need to have on the application design, starting from home page, having a landing page which have a welcome message, then a call to action. In the navigation, we should have about us, our services, industries, resources, navigation button for track shipment and sign in. So these are the information architecture, that what type of information should go on to the design. Moving on, I designed some wireframes to see like whatever we are thinking, is it possible or not? And these are the wireframes. And this is the page design. So next, let's get into the page design in detail. So starting with, as we discussed in our information architecture, this is our home page. Let's experience this so that we can understand it better. So this will be the application for the new user who will be coming onto this freight quote. The name and the logo is generated by AI, and this background is custom made. And this quotation, the content is also given by the AI. So if I'm a user, I will come onto this page, I will understand like what the service is, and the first thing what my requirement is to get a quotation. So I'm not stopping the user, I'm just giving them whatever they require at direct click. So I will click on get a quote and I come onto this page. So this page is very detailed and there are a lot of things in this. Starting with there's an email, then we have a full name with error case showing in this manner. Then we have password. This password itself is very unique because at the start itself I'm not making the user alert by giving that this password is not valid. I'm supporting him using the instructions that your password should have a lowercase, that there should be numbers and symbols, there should be one capital letter and at least 12 characters length. And next, any user who is coming onto the application would like to know why they should be signing up. So at the side, I have given this box which helps the user to understand like why they should be signing up for the application. You can be able to save your quotes, track your shipments, there will be a personalized experience, the fastest checkout experience and all this. At the end, if the user doesn't want to continue, they can click on continue as guest, or if they want to sign up using other platforms like X or Google, they have these options too. Additionally, there is one more thing that I have added in this application is accessibility. So the people who doesn't have access to keyboard or doesn't know what to enter in these details, they can use the voice input by clicking on this button. If the user clicks on this button, there will be a box which will listen and updates the details. So once the details been updated, this will be the first screen. So these are the steps starting from shipment details and end to the quotation. So here the user have a knowledge like, okay, now I have to do the 4 steps to get my quotation, and these will be simple. Starting with, you can add your shipment type of shipment, and there are I buttons to know like what this information is all about. Clicking on next will take you to a section where you can add your origin and destination. For the ease, I have embedded the map so that the user can directly select the area where he is originated, and also the same works with the destination. Next, we have optional services which are insurance, tracking and expedite shipping. The user can select these or deselect as per their own convenience, and also can understand like what the information is. Like if they take in, what are the charges, and additional thing will reflect directly onto their quotation. Now here we have the main screen. So in this main screen, you can see that if the user want to review their shipment details, they can click on here and they can review the shipment details, what they have selected and what are there. If they don't want, they can hide it. Even they can change the quotation based on their own currency by using this drop down. And here I have given them the breakdown, the base cost, insurance, tracking and everything. And below I have given them an option to compare the services. And these are the codes. So I am not forcing the user to sign in directly on the first step. After the user need is satisfied, we can prompt them to sign in. So if the user click on unlock code, they will get a sign in to unlock. So when they will sign in, they will get this coupon code, and their purpose of getting the quotation, getting the cheapest one, and also having an account from a product goal will be satisfied. So this is the design that I designed. Now let's go in details about the minor things that I have added in this application. So starting with the home page itself. So in this home page, you can, for the end user, it might not be a quickly accessible thing, but there are some hidden details. Starting from the top one. So beside the logo, I have added the country flag, which defines the trust that this particular application is operating in India, and also defines the user their own location if we are tracking them. Next, we have the main imagery. So these waves defines 2 things, one, air and water. And at the quickest, we have track shipment button at the top for quick access. In this sign-in screen, as I mentioned, we are giving the error handling. We are helping the user with how to create their password. We are also giving them an option to continue as a guest if they don't want to sign in at the first step itself. And we are giving them context how or why signing up will be beneficial for them, and accessibility feature as voice input. In the quotation screen, I have directly mentioned what are the steps included. In the shipment size, there are drop downs to quickly change the metrics. Then we have additional services for clicking yes or no as a boolean thing, as a switchers, so they can on off easily without having any dark patterns. Map integration for quickly pointing out the pinpoint location, comparison, and detailed breakdown of the quotation. So these are the 5 things, the 5 major screens where there are small details and small helpful things for a user to understand. Next, I have also designed some of the edge cases. Edge cases are very rare to see in the design. So there are some times when there could be an offline situation and the application itself works on internet. So there should be no wrong communication with the user that why the application is not working. Because if the internet is not there, the application will not work. So defining that will be an important step. So this is an edge case when there could be offline situation. And also I designed a system downtime or maintenance screen, which is easier. And there is a set a reminder option so that if the user is very in need of the service and we are not available at that time, they can set a reminder, and when they set this reminder, they will get a notification that site is live and they can come on and check their quotations. Next, we have accessibility challenge. We have a voice input. Next, we have currency and unit conversion metrics as a drop down. And next we have user session management. So user session management works when you have an account, you are a big company and you're using the service as multiple users and you don't want other users to use it at the same time, and it will help from the product point of view. So this is the design that I designed for clanx as an assignment, and I hope you have learned something from this video. Keep designing. I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye.